Hello everyone. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most challenging decisions you might face in life. Knowing when it's time to end a relationship. Yes, you heard it right. Sometimes, the hardest choices are the most essential. Whether it involves family members or long-standing friendships, some relationships can negatively impact our health and happiness. But how can you identify these moments? Throughout this video, we'll explore 11 critical signs that should not be ignored in any relationship. Each sign may be tough to acknowledge, but with guidance from Stoic philosophy, we'll show you how to manage this challenging process and even create a space of freedom for yourself. Remember, to not miss out on such informative videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, do yourself a favor and continue watching our video to learn these vital insights. We're here to help you not just manage relationships more consciously, but also to lead a happier and more peaceful life. Let's delve into these signs together. Sign 1. Constant criticism and devaluation. One of the most detrimental signs that it might be time to end a relationship is the presence of constant criticism and devaluation. Stoicism teaches us the importance of indifference to external opinions in maintaining inner peace. However, when negative feedback becomes incessant and harmful, it ceases to be a mere external opinion and starts to undermine your sense of self-worth and emotional well-being. In relationships, constructive criticism can be beneficial, promoting growth and understanding. However, when criticism is persistent, overly harsh, and lacks any constructive element, it serves no purpose other than to demean and control. Such behavior can leave you feeling worthless, questioning your abilities, and diminishing your contributions. This is in direct conflict with Stoic ideals, which emphasize self-reliance, resilience, and the pursuit of virtue. Reflect on the nature and intent behind the criticism. Is it meant to help you grow, or does it seem designed to keep you subdued? Stoicism encourages us to confront our emotions logically. If you find that the criticism is malicious, not constructive, it might be necessary to consider distancing yourself. This is not merely about protecting your feelings, but about preserving your mental integrity and self-respect, crucial for a Stoic's balanced life. Moreover, constantly facing such negativity can be draining and counterproductive to one's development of virtue, a key goal in Stoicism. If dialogues and attempts to address the issue have failed, it may be wise to sever ties. This action aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, your response and environment, rather than enduring toxic behavior that hampers your ability to live a virtuous life. Sign 2. Manipulative behaviors. Manipulation in relationships often involves subtle but harmful psychological tactics such as gaslighting, guilt-tripping, or exploiting one's emotions and insecurities. These behaviors can significantly undermine a person's autonomy, a fundamental value in Stoic philosophy, which upholds the importance of self-governance and rational decision-making. From a Stoic perspective, each individual should live in accordance with reason and virtue. Manipulative behaviors distort reality and impair judgment, leading one to make decisions based on distorted perceptions and emotional upheaval rather than logical reasoning. This not only affects personal happiness and mental clarity, but also compromises one's moral obligations and the pursuit of a good life as defined by Stoic standards. If you recognize patterns where your vulnerabilities are exploited to influence your actions, or if you frequently find yourself confused about your feelings and decisions due to the other person's influence, these are clear indicators of manipulation. Stoicism teaches us to rely on objective reasoning rather than subjective emotions. Thus, identifying manipulation requires a clear, unemotional assessment of relationships. To address this, Stoics would advise a re-evaluation of one's impressions and judgments to ensure they are free from external manipulation. This might mean seeking external perspectives for clarity or, more drastically, ending the relationship. Preserving one's rational autonomy is crucial, and any relationship that persistently undermines this should be reconsidered. Sign 3. Disrespect and condescension. Respect is the cornerstone of all healthy relationships. Stoicism holds that all people are inherently rational and social beings deserving of respect and kindness. When a relationship is marred by persistent disrespect or condescension, it fundamentally contradicts the Stoic belief in the dignity of each individual. Disrespect can manifest in various ways: overt rudeness, mocking someone's interests or achievements, or simply ignoring their thoughts and feelings in decision-making processes. Such behaviors not only create a hostile environment, but also hinder one's ability to develop and express personal virtue, a central goal in Stoicism. In a Stoic framework, the presence of disrespect challenges the principle that we should treat others with the same fairness and dignity we expect for ourselves. If you find yourself repeatedly belittled or undervalued, it's essential to assess the impact this has on your self-esteem and your ability to maintain a rational, virtuous life. Stoics would counsel that we have the power and the duty to remove ourselves from relationships that are harmful to our well-being. This doesn't mean reacting with anger or resentment, but rather making a reasoned decision that such an environment is not conducive to living a good life. Ending such a relationship aligns with Stoic teachings on focusing on what we can control and letting go of what harms our moral and rational selves. By considering each sign with the depth of Stoic philosophy, we can approach potentially negative relationships with a clear, rational mindset, ensuring our actions always align with our pursuit of a virtuous, tranquil life. Sign 4. Trust issues and lies. Trust is the foundation upon which all lasting relationships are built. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of truth and integrity in personal conduct. When lies become a regular aspect of a relationship, it undermines trust and creates an environment of uncertainty and suspicion, which are antithetical to the Stoic value of living an honest and transparent life. In relationships where you find that lies are not the exception but the rule, the bond is fundamentally compromised. Whether these are lies about small, seemingly insignificant matters or about more significant issues, the impact is the same. It erodes your ability to trust not only in the relationship but in your judgment. Stoicism teaches us to face reality as it is, and a relationship that is built on deceit prevents you from seeing and interacting with the world truthfully. Evaluate the frequency and nature of the lies. Are they defensive mechanisms or tools used to manipulate and control? Stoicism encourages us to control our reactions, but also to ensure our environments are conducive to virtue. Living with deceit challenges both personal and moral development. If lies pervade the relationship, it may be necessary to step away, not out of spite, but to maintain your commitment to truth and integrity. In making the decision to end such a relationship, a Stoic would weigh the benefits of staying against the virtue lost in tolerating dishonesty. The decision should be guided by a rational assessment of whether the relationship aids or impedes your ability to live a good life, defined by honesty and trust. Sign 5. Lack of support and isolation. A relationship should be a source of support and encouragement, helping you to flourish and succeed. Stoicism, while promoting self-sufficiency, also recognizes the value of community and mutual support. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling isolated or unsupported, particularly in your endeavors or during challenging times, it is not serving its purpose. Isolation can be subtle, such as when a partner or friend discourages you from pursuing interests or building relationships with others, or it can be more overt, like outright forbidding these interactions. This not only hinders your personal growth, but also goes against the Stoic principle that we are social beings meant to benefit from and contribute to our communities. Reflect on whether the relationship allows you to grow and excel. Does it provide the emotional or intellectual support needed to pursue your goals? Stoicism teaches us that while we must be self-reliant, we should also engage in and contribute to the welfare of our community. A relationship that isolates you is detrimental not only to your personal development, but also to your ability to live a Stoic life, focused on contributing positively to society. If a relationship consistently undermines your relationships with others and your personal growth, consider this a sign that it may be time to leave. This decision aligns with Stoic values of personal virtue and community engagement, ensuring that you maintain your integrity while fostering relationships that truly support and enrich your life. By taking these signs into account, you are not only protecting your emotional and mental health, but also ensuring that your relationships reflect and support your Stoic commitment to living a virtuous, meaningful life. Each decision to maintain or end a relationship should be made with consideration to how it aligns with your philosophical values and personal well-being. Sign 6. Emotional or physical abuse. Emotional or physical abuse in any relationship is a clear and unequivocal sign that it must end. Stoicism emphasizes resilience and self-control, but it also strongly advocates for the dignity and respect of all individuals. Abuse, whether emotional or physical, is a profound violation of these principles. It not only harms one's physical and emotional health, but also fundamentally degrades one's sense of self-worth and autonomy. In situations of abuse, the Stoic approach is not about enduring pain and suffering stoically. Rather, it's about recognizing the value of one's own life and the inherent right to live without harm. Stoics believe in enduring hardship when it leads to personal growth or virtue, but abuse leads to neither. If you are in an abusive relationship, it is critical to seek help and exit the situation as safely and quickly as possible. Stoicism values the preservation of one's mind and body, and removing oneself from a harmful situation is in alignment with living a virtuous life. Reflect on the impact the relationship has on your physical and emotional well-being. Are there signs of manipulation, fear, or intimidation? Do you feel safe? If any form of abuse is present, it is essential to prioritize your safety and well-being and seek support from trusted individuals or professional services. Stoicism teaches us to be courageous, and sometimes, courage means stepping away from toxic situations to protect oneself. Sign 7. Constant stress and anxiety. A relationship should be a source of comfort and stability, not a constant cause of stress and anxiety. Stoicism teaches that while some stress is part of life, a perpetual state of anxiety can hinder one's ability to think clearly and live harmoniously. If being around a particular person consistently leaves you feeling anxious or stressed, it may be a sign that the relationship is toxic. Stress and anxiety in a relationship can manifest as constant worry about the person's mood swings, walking on eggshells to avoid conflicts, or feeling overwhelmed by the person's demands or criticisms. Stoicism encourages us to control what we can, our responses, and our environment. A toxic relationship that continually causes stress disrupts your inner peace and impedes your ability to focus on personal growth and virtue. Consider how you feel in the presence of the other person. Are you constantly anxious? Do you feel a sense of dread when thinking about interactions with them? If a relationship significantly disrupts your peace of mind, it is worth considering if its continuation aligns with Stoic principles of self-mastery and tranquility. Sign 8. Lack of reciprocity. In any healthy relationship, there should be a balance of give and take. Stoicism doesn't prescribe a transactional approach to relationships, but it does emphasize the importance of fairness and mutual respect. If you find yourself consistently giving more than you receive, whether in terms of emotional support, effort, or resources, it may be a sign of an unbalanced relationship. A lack of reciprocity can leave you feeling drained and unappreciated, which is contrary to the Stoic ideal of relationships that enhance your life and virtues. Reflect on the dynamics of your interactions. Are you the only one making sacrifices? Does the other person acknowledge and appreciate your efforts, or are they taken for granted? If a relationship feels consistently one-sided, it may not be conducive to your growth and well-being. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-respect and the importance of relationships that are based on mutual support and respect. If these elements are lacking, it may be necessary to reassess the relationship and consider its impact on your ability to live a good and virtuous life. Each of these signs is an invitation to reflect on the health of your relationships through a Stoic lens, focusing on virtue, mutual respect, and personal growth. Making decisions based on these principles will help ensure that your relationships are truly enriching and aligned with your values. Sign 9. Hindrance to personal growth. A key aspect of Stoic philosophy is the pursuit of personal growth and self-improvement. A relationship that hinders your ability to grow, learn, and evolve is fundamentally at odds with Stoic ideals. This could manifest as discouragement from pursuing new opportunities, negative reactions to your successes, or an overall environment that stifles your intellectual and emotional development. Stoics value the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. If a relationship consistently prevents you from practicing these virtues, by keeping you from making decisions that align with your moral compass, or by encouraging behavior that contradicts your values, it's a clear sign that the relationship is detrimental to your path of self-improvement. Reflect on whether your relationship supports your journey towards becoming the best version of yourself. Are you allowed the freedom to explore new ideas and challenges? Does your partner or friend celebrate your successes, or do they react with jealousy or contempt? If you find that your relationship is a barrier to your personal development, consider this a significant reason to reevaluate its place in your life. Stoicism teaches us to surround ourselves with people who support our pursuit of virtue and personal excellence. Sign 10. Conflicting values. Stoicism emphasizes living in accordance with one's values and principles. When there is a profound misalignment of core values between you and another person, it can create significant friction and dissatisfaction. Whether these values pertain to honesty, loyalty, family, or personal goals, conflict in these fundamental areas can be a source of ongoing tension and unhappiness. Evaluate the core values that you hold and those upheld by the other person. Are there irreconcilable differences that affect how each of you views the world and your behaviors within it? Stoicism doesn't demand that everyone around us agrees with our every belief, but it does stress the importance of harmonious relationships that do not force us to compromise our moral integrity. If you find yourself continually needing to defend your values or feeling pressured to adopt beliefs that feel wrong, it may be time to consider distancing yourself. This is in keeping with the Stoic practice of maintaining one's ethical integrity and ensuring that one's relationships are supportive of one's moral and philosophical commitments. Sign 11. Emotional unavailability or indifference. Emotional connection and support are fundamental to any meaningful relationship. Stoicism, while often misunderstood as promoting emotional suppression, actually advocates for rational control over emotions. It recognizes the importance of emotional expression as part of human nature. A partner or friend who is emotionally unavailable or indifferent can leave you feeling unvalued and isolated, which contradicts the Stoic belief in the social nature of human beings and the value of supportive relationships. Consider how emotional interactions with your partner or friend unfold. Do they engage with you when you express your feelings, or do they remain detached or dismissive? Are your emotional needs consistently unmet, and do you feel alone even when you are together? Emotional unavailability or indifference not only prevents a deep and meaningful connection, but can also hinder your ability to express and develop your emotional resilience. If a relationship leaves you feeling more alone than supported, it may not be conducive to your well-being or your Stoic practice of cultivating supportive and meaningful connections. By being mindful of these signs and assessing your relationships through a Stoic lens, you can ensure that your connections not only survive but thrive in ways that promote mutual growth, respect, and virtue. Ending relationships that are harmful or hinder your pursuit of a virtuous life is not only a rational decision, but also a necessary one for maintaining your well-being and integrity. And so, we've thoroughly examined the signs that indicate it might be time to end a relationship. Remember, relationships are essential parts of our lives, but sometimes we must make tough decisions for our health and happiness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining self-respect and cultivating personal virtue. If you recognize any of these signs in your relationships, it may be time to reassess your situation. If you found this video helpful and want more content like this, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. Additionally, for in-depth analyses and exclusive content, consider hitting the join button to support our channel. Your support enables us to create more quality content. Wishing you all healthy and peaceful relationships. See you in the next video. Goodbye.